अखण्डे मण्डलाकारं
Chinmay Mission Boston celebrated Swami Chinmayananda Saraswati's birth centenary on May 8th at the Chinmay Mission Boston Center in Andover, Massachusetts. It was a whole day filled with celebratory activities beginning with Guru Paduka Puja. Members of all four mission centers in the New England area got together to celebrate Gurudev's 100th birthday at the Andover Center. This was an all-day event that included wonderful musical, dance, and theatrical performances, as well as display booths that were showcasing the different initiatives Chinmay Mission is involved in worldwide as well as locally in the Boston area. Yoga sessions, essay writing competitions, and delicious food all were part of this beautiful celebration. This whole day was a surprise galore for all those who attended. So much was planned and executed in just one day as all four centers came together to create an amazing day filled with family activities. All this ended with the grand finale for which Swamy Tyagananda ji of Ramakrishna Mission came and addressed the packed audience. In his speech, he emphasized the impact of selfless karma on our souls, as well as gave interesting examples of the differences between intellectual developments of mind versus the spiritual maturity of the soul. Here's a few glimpses of the entire day.
तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। चिन्मयं व्यापि यत्सर्वं त्रैलोक्यं सचराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। सर्वश्रुतिशिरोरत्न विराजितपदाम्बुजः वेदान्ताम्बुजसूर्यो यः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। चैतन्यशाश्वतः शान्तो व्योमातीतो निरञ्जनः बिन्दुनादिकलातीतः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ज्ञानशक्तिसमारूढः तत्त्वमालाविभूषितः
And New England's Vedanta roots actually go back to 1893 when Swami Vivekananda came to Boston and taught Vedanta philosophy. Even before he went to Chicago and was recognized at the World Parliament of Religions. Coming to Swami Tyagananda ji himself, apart from being the resident Acharya at the Vedanta Society in Boston, Swami Tyagananda ji is also the Hindu chaplain at both Harvard and MIT, and he leads the programs in both the campuses. And on invitation, he gives classes at Boston College, Boston University, University of Massachusetts, and other schools and colleges and in and around Boston. He has translated and edited 10 books, including Monasticism, Ideals and Traditions, Values, The Key to a Meaningful Life, and the Essence of the Gita.
Tapasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya Aviravir Mageti Rudrayatte Dakshinam Mukham Tenamam Pahi Nityam. May the Divine lead us from the unreal to the real, from darkness to light, from death to immortality. May the Divine Consciousness fill our hearts and protect us. peace, peace, peace. It's a great joy to be here on this very memorable day, the centenary, the 100th birthday of Swami Chinmayananda Ji Maharaj. This is my first visit here. I'm very impressed with the campus, with the whole environment. It's wonderful. And then what made me even more happy was to see Hanuman Maruti. Swami Vivekananda used to say that he said this. He said, now in this age in which we live, Hanuman should be the ideal. His not just the brilliance of his intellect, but also his complete loyalty and his surrender to Rama. These are the qualities, these are the virtues that will strengthen our spiritual life. And these are the qualities, these are the virtues inculcated in you all, especially in this tradition, by this great life and teachings of Swami Chinmayananda Ji Maharaj. Years ago, back in the 80s, when I was in Chennai, there's our mutt in Chennai, in Mylapore, is very next to PS High School, for those of you who have been there. And once Swami Chinmayananda Maharaj gave one of his Gita Yajna there, and it was wonderful. I had an occasion to hear him speak at that time. And besides, of course, his amazing contribution through literature, through these great commentaries on the Gita, the Upanishad, the Viveka Chudamani, and such wonderful books which have not only inspired the people who heard him speak, but even generations later, some of the growing generations now who may not have seen him in a physical form continue to be inspired by his life and his teachings. So as we gather today and towards almost the end of this whole day-long program, besides the occasion to remember him, we have also to ask ourselves, what do we stand to gain? What do we do when we have to look at these lives of these great beings, such as Swami Chinmayananda Ji? And I would say there are at least 3 things we can learn. The first thing is clearly education. When we begin to start asking questions about life, about ourselves, about the purpose, the meaning of life, where do we get answers to these questions? If we are fortunate enough to find someone who is able to answer these questions, then of course that's really very good. If we do not find someone or some resource from which these answers can be found, then the next best thing we can do is, of course, go to books. And we find so much left behind by the legacy of Swami Chinmayananda Ji, from his books, from the tapes you have with both audio and video tapes, listening to the insights that he shared for decades with people both India and outside India, all over the world. We are able to educate ourselves. Because as we begin to start asking deeper questions about life, these doubts, these questions need to be answered. And the funny thing is this, that every time we have a question answered, then the answer itself will raise a further question. And this kind of an education, intellectual satisfaction, is often necessary before the spirit can open up. Because a mind filled with doubts will not allow the spirit to open, the heart to open. And so education is clearly the first thing that we can get from the lives of these great ones. But simply education is not enough. We also need inspiration. And that is what we get, the next thing we can see. And those of you who have had the chance, some of the elder members of this Chinmay mission, you had a chance to hear Swamiji speak. But those of you, the younger ones who have not heard him speak, obviously you can hear it from his tapes, etc., you will see him as a very inspiring figure. Now, inspiration is very important. Sometimes we might have all the knowledge that we want, but if we are not able to inspire ourselves to do it, then having the capacity to do it itself is not enough. And that inspiration we find in the lives of all these great people. Inspiration is sometimes, it's almost like you have the car ready, but there's no gas filled in it. So having an intellectual equipment ready is not enough. Inspiration is like the gas that you fill in a vehicle, and then only the journey can begin. Now, after education and after inspiration, we yet need one more thing, and that is we need to move ahead in life. We need to find a way to push ourselves to attain that goal. It is said, Mahajano yena gatassa panthaha. The road that we have to follow is a road that is trodden by great ones before us. And the greatness of the Vedanta tradition is that it's not a tradition that was started yesterday or last year. It's been there around for a long, long time. So it's a time-tested method. And in every generation, in every part of the world, these great ones have come to show the way. Swami Vivekananda, as you heard in the introduction, was the first indigenous Hindu teacher to come to the West. And he began the trend. He introduced the wisdom from the East to the Western world. And after him, great luminaries have come and have continued that tradition. We had Swami Yogananda, who's with the Self-Realization Fellowship, and then Swami Chinmayananda ji, and so on. So the idea is that the lamp of knowledge has to be kept burning. That should never be allowed to go out. And so the challenge going ahead is not only that we educate ourselves and inspire ourselves by Swamiji's writings and his talks, but then try to inculcate it in our own lives. Sometimes thinking that we have understood the subject might make us feel that we are already kind of attained it. And that's one of the great dangers in spiritual life. Just because we are able to understand something intellectually does not necessarily mean that our life is changed. So at some point, intellectual understanding has to have the power of transforming our life. And transformation does not come unless we do something about it. It's like you might know how to fix a good cup of coffee. But just because you know how to do it, you have all the knowledge about it, even though you may have all the ingredients to do it, unless you get up and actually put them together and prepare the cup of coffee, you won't get it. So similarly, we might read all the books, listen to all the lectures, go to all the retreats, and yet all this can remain simply at the cerebral level, at the intellectual level. Give me a little minute to drink a little bit of this. But unless this intellectual understanding transforms our life, because it's like this, whatever we study, whatever we learn is stored in the brain, and the brain is a part of this body. After this body dies, the brain is destroyed. If I memorize the Gita now, if you are born again, then you have to memorize it again. You can't say memorized it in my last life. It doesn't work that way. On the other hand, if you have made an effort to live according to this teaching, even though you may not succeed fully, no matter how imperfect your practice is, but if you have made an effort, and to however little an extent you have been able to change a little bit thing here, that will never be lost. It's like this. let's say about service. If a hungry person comes to you and you feed the hungry, then that's a great service. That's wonderful. But have you solved the problem of hunger? Well, to a little extent, yes. One hungry person, you have fed a hungry person, so that person is not hungry anymore for the next 6 or 8 hours. After that, the person is going to be hungry again. So you have solved the problem only for 8 hours of one person. But if you have now fed that hungry person in the spirit of karma yoga, in the spirit of, without, as Krishna says in the Gita, karmanye vadhikaraste ma phaleshu katachana, that if you do the work without seeking anything in return, not even gratitude, not even thank you, you just do it, do the right thing because it is good to do what is right. Do what is right, do what is good because it is good to do so. Karyam ityeva yat karma, as the Gita says. Do it just because it needs to be done. If you can do that, it's not easy, but if you can do that, then the purity of heart, the chitta shuddhi that you acquire, that is for more than 8 hours. So the chitta shuddhi remains with you. Even if you're born again, your heart will be a little bit more purer than it was before. And so that's what I mean by the difference between intellectual understanding and actually transformation of character. And so may these great teachings and the great things that you learn here, even through the Chinmaya Mission is doing great work through its Bal Vihars. I meet many parents and I hear from them. I hear that their children go to Chinmaya Mission for these children's program. That's a very good work that's being done in many different cities that I have visited. Now, all the knowledge that comes through to all these different resources, the programs you have for the children, programs you have for youth, the programs you have for adults, all the knowledge that is shared, all the Gita, the Upanishad, all the discussions that are held, what thing ultimately we need to ask ourselves is this: as a result of studying all this, have I become a better person? Today, am I a better person now than what I was a year ago or 5 years ago? And if you can honestly, you don't have to tell this to anybody, you don't have to post the results on Facebook or anywhere. Just in your heart, if you truly feel, yes, as a result of doing this, I think I've become better. I've become more unselfish. I'm able to deal with the ups and downs of life in a more mature way. That I'm able to remain calm in difficult situations. These are the kind of very tangible, quantifiable tests we can do that to our own selves to find out whether our life is really getting better. And the teachings and the lives of these great ones, and of course a major influence for this organization has been Swamy Chinmayananda ji. So looking at that life, have I become a better person? And I think what will make him happy is not just how big the organization is becoming, or how many, the great number of people who are being benefited by the services. That's great, that will make him happy. But what will make him even more happy is to see that people are becoming enlightened. I mean, that's essentially the goal. Chinmaya, the nature of the self, the nature of the Atma is Chit, it's consciousness. That right now we are trapped in these material layers of the body and mind. And so the goal of every activity you have here is really to break through, to break free from this bondage of jada, of matter, and manifest that chit, so that whole personality becomes Chinmaya, filled with consciousness. You recognize that your true nature is consciousness. So everything that you do, what will make Swami Chinmayananda happy is that the primary goal of everyone here is to realize that their true nature is pure consciousness. So the more we are able to get rid of all quarrels and conflicts and bickerings, and really open our heart out, get a strong intellect, a strong moral life, a strong emotional life. It's this. One of the statements that Swami Vivekananda was very fond of quoting was this statement, Nayam Atma Balahinena Labhyaha. This Atman cannot be reached by the weak. And Swami Vivekananda used to say that anything that makes you weak, reject as poison. Anything that makes you strong, hold on to it. So if ever there is a doubt in life, whether I should do this or should I not do this, one simple test would be to ask yourself, is it something that's going to make me strong? Either physically, mentally, morally, emotionally or spiritually. If the answer is yes, go do it. On the other hand, if you find something that it's going to make me weak, then don't do it. And that ideal of strength is best manifest in the life of Hanuman. And that's why I said, as I said in the beginning, it made me so happy to see that the central guiding inspiration here is that of Maruti. So on this very sacred, very auspicious, very happy occasion, when we are celebrating Swami Chinmayanandaji's 100th birthday, my best wishes and namaskars to you all, and I hope and pray that his blessings will continue to be showered on all of you and on this great organization. Namaskar.
MCs of this session are me, Bharat,
Neha.
Before the next performance begins, let's all take this moment to think about why we are here today. Today is the 100th birthday of our Gurudev, Swami Chinmayananda. The motto here today is unto him our best. Saying this, I would now like to introduce Andover's Children's Orchestra. Please relax and enjoy this performance.
Namaha वेङ्कटनायका शरणु राक्षस जयसुन्दर शरणु वेङ्कटनायका स्वामी श्री रघुनायका स्वामी श्री रघुनायका स्वामी श्री रघुनायका शरणु शरणु मुरहर नगर मुकुर माधव गरुड़ गमन पंकजनाभ मुरहर नगर मुकुर माधव गरुड़ गमन पंकजनाभ परम पुरुष भव अंजन केशव नरमृग शरीर नमो नमो परम पुरुष भव अंजन केशव नरमृग शरीर नमो नमो देव नारायण ते नमो नमो देव नारद गुरु देवेश गणाराधिप दिव्याम्बुजपाद श्री वेङ्कटगिरिनायक श्री साई सहित देवेश गणाराधिप दिव्याम्बुजपाद श्री वेङ्कटगिरिनायक श्री साई माधव गोपाल
If I rest, I rust. This means we should never stop working hard in our lives and we should persevere in everything we do. Saying this, I would like to present a wonderful play that is based on the life and work of Pujya Gurudev. The adults and kids of 3 of our centers have come together to present a special skit. The Andover, Metro West, and Newton teams present this entertaining and enjoyable play. It shows how Gurudev's teachings are valid today and can benefit everyone, including the common man on the street. This play is written by Dr. Vijay Kumar Harohalli and directed by Madhusudana Kayabal. Please sit back and enjoy the play.
And of course, this is not 1946. And Mumbai 2016 is a whole different ball game. Disgusted again.
Bought this piece of footwear yesterday. See what happened. Indian footwear. One day. That's it. I don't know what I'm going to do. I have a wedding to attend this evening. Traveled all the way from the US. Look at this. I don't know. I just hope somebody helps me.
Hello? Neither a mochi nor a mahatma. I am that I am. Oh, by the way, it's very easy to know you're from United States and you're a Nari. Look at your dress. This is the same dress that Kajol wore in Dilwale Dulhania Le Jayenge in 1980s. Same song, madam, same dress. It's very easy to know.
What do you think? With a job, 2 kids, and a husband to take care of. You think updated with Bollywood fashion and see what's happening on the streets of Mumbai and who's wearing what. I just have to make do with what I have. That's why I was going shopping. And look what happened.
So you also do all those things, madam? Like take your kids to Bharatanatyam?
Yeah.
What about music class, madam?
What's life without music?
I'm sure you're then taking them to Bal Vihar also? Huh?
Yeah.
I'm sure you're all part of some bhajan group also, yes?
You have to do that. To keep up with the community, you have to do that. To keep up with your neighbors, friends, right? Otherwise, you're left nowhere. No recognition, no friends, no community. Yeah. But that reminds me, my daughter's been saying that she does not want to do Bal Vihar. I have to text her and figure out what she wants to do. I have to motivate her. India and its internet speeds. 4G, no G, I don't understand this anyway. What's going on in this country? But my daughter says she does not want to do this Bal Vihar thing. I have to motivate her. Only reason is, it's a little selfish here. I get that 1 hour for myself. Myself like what? Do not much. Just go to grocery for the house. You know. And then have one hot cup of coffee. Not many mothers there get to do this. Never had a hot cup of coffee since we've had kids. So I have to do that. I have to tell her. One thing less to do if she doesn't go to Bal Vihar, I can just sleep in.
Oh. No, madam, no. Please don't do that. It's very important that kids go to all these classes and Bal Vihar and everything. You know, there's one Mahatma, madam, I don't remember his name. He told that there are 3 important things to become a good human.
Credit family. Father was Kutan Menon and his mother's name was Parukutti.
One important influence came from a traveling sage, Chittambi Swamigal, who was extremely fond of young Balan. Bosom or unfailingly clear, they have been a silent inspiration. They have helped me more often than I dare to confess.
When Balan was
And then I open my eyes and see if I missed anything. And I close my eyes and imagine again. It is a lot of fun.
Balan, I'm so proud of you.
What have you written on your t-shirt? Mr. Trump? I thought I left it all behind in US. And I come here and we have a Trump follower in India. Seriously, sir?
Oh my God.
What's the problem? You know, that's exactly my point. You know, I never knew about Mr. Trump until CNN started showing his every little move. In my younger days, I used to be known to be scavenging around all newspaper offices in Delhi. See the collections of all snippets, newspapers, everything were here. Now, in this part of the city, there used to be a newspaper office here called the National Herald. It's no longer in function. It used to be a great newspaper in pre-independence days. And there used to be a columnist who used to write in the voice of the poor. No, but he later evolved into becoming a Mahatma. Mahatma.
Here,
Oh,
this is one of his articles. This we call a day.
this we call it a day by Mr. Trump. Views from the footpath. The Commonwealth, Thursday, February 30, 1947. But isn't Mahatma Gandhi's first name?
No. Gandhi's first name is Mohandas. Mahatma means a great soul. We, Indians, we all believe that an avatar takes place once in a great while to uplift mankind.
Well, to become a Mahatma Is there like a formula? Is it like a phenomena or something?
Certainly there is. Oh, there is a great saying in Sanskrit, which...
Hearts go when you take them apart. You know, your uncle is very fond of you. Okay, he never complains. He calls you a dedicated loafer. But, you know, he thinks one day you'll be a great man. By the way, I'm having my friend, Inspector of Schools, coming tonight, visiting me. Do come back on time to show your face. At the age of 42, that man has not a single bad habit. You are barely 14, and you have all the vices possible.
Do I really have to come back tonight? I wanted to spend the night at my friend's house.
Yes, I do, Balan. Besides, I have asked your friend Shankar to live with us from now on.
Really?
Yes, I'm hoping he'll have some virtuous influence on you.
Me too. But before I let you go, one other thing. See, my cousin Subhash is visiting from India. He's come here for a month. I told you about him, no? He's a very famous chef in India, ma. He has a very popular show on NDTV. It's called Shabash Khana. And all his shows are on YouTube. Very famous guy. Adu, he is my Chittappa's wife's sister's cousin. Very close. We were like brother and sister growing up. Anyway, he'll be here in a couple of hours. So come over quickly. You want to meet him, no? Come home and you can meet him. I'll see you at 6 o'clock, Oh, you have someone at the door? Okay, ma, now I'll let you go. Okay, bye. Ayyo, I start talking on the phone and I lose track of time. Come, sit down. How is Chittappa doing?
He's doing very good. We met him a few days before I was doing for you guys. Much better now.
Oh, that is so nice to hear. Yeah. Oh, that must be my friend Shanti. Hold on. I feel the same. I'm quite tired of this New England winter too. Anyway, meet my cousin Subhash.
Hello, Subhash.
Hello, Shanti. Nice to meet you.
Very nice meeting you. I've seen your recipes in your YouTube shows. I love the different recipes that you have.
Good.
Especially after making the same pappu and rice and everything. I think I love the shows that you have, the different recipes.
Thank you. Very good. Oh, and they add 1 drop of coffee decoction as if it's a medicine. And you know what? They're even afraid to stealing. And I went to Baroda, this guy said, Sahab, this is the authentic Madras coffee. And they said, you know what? It's like Panakam.
Coffee? Did someone say coffee? Kill for a cup of coffee right now. Uh-oh. Sorry, did I interrupt anything?
No, we're just chatting. We were talking about different styles of coffee making in India.
Interesting. When?
So I would like to just have a quick shout out for all the teams. This is a unique occasion because this is probably the first time that we had 3 centers of our Chinmaya Mission Boston region coming together to present this one. So let me give a shout out for the Newton team, which was in the scene 1, Mochi and Company, followed by Andover team in scene 2. Please come on. And the third team, all of you please gather somehow in the middle of the stage itself. And the third scene was enacted by Metro West team. So again, a lot of people have worked behind the scenes for this.
Madguru Shri Jagadguru Madatma Sarvabhutatma